Welcome everybody to our first customer care call. I am so excited today because we have a bloody rock star joining us today. Whoops, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that on the Juice Plus Australia training, but Hilary Menes has been around for a few years, and I'm just going to read out her bio. This woman is phenomenal. I've been following her journey for 7 years, ever since I've been part of the business. And those that don't know me, I'm Christine Drummond, by the way. I am an NMD with the Juice Plus company, and I've been with them for 7 years. And Hilary is a national marketing director also. She is married to the gorgeous Craig, and she has 3 grown-up children, 7.5 grandchildren, and she's 65 years young. You bet you can't believe that because she looks flippin' amazing. Her passion is in prevention and nutrition, which stems from her background of cancer nursing, both acute, post-surgical, and palliative care. Her journey with Juice Plus spans 21 wonderful years. There's longevity for you guys, and you're going to hear why she has been around for that long now with the amount of customers she's been able to retain. But she started way back when there was no auto reorder system. There wasn't much research. There was no audio support, and there was the old-fashioned tapes. I don't know. There's probably a lot of people on here, Hilary, that don't even know what a tape is. Dr. Richard Du Bois, and he was definitely her hero, and he's a lot of our heroes as well. He is amazing, that doctor. Apart from promoting wellness to anyone who will listen, I'm a bit the same, Hilary. Her focus is on supporting her customers. She loves customer care and calls it customer caring, and supporting and having fun with her fabulous team of franchisees called Team Angels, formerly known as Hills Angels. And training is her passion, and sharing with the community is what rewards her the most in this business. So I just want to take a moment to say thank you so much, Hilary, for being our first guest on our customer caring call. And I'm so thrilled about this call. And I'm just going to get you to share a little bit about yourself, and also why do customer care in the first place. So take it away, honey.
I will. And thank you so much. It's actually a real privilege and an honour to be here.
All right.
This is my little passion.
I can't hear you. Well, I can't hear you.
Can't hear me. Can anyone hear me? Yes, you can hear me. Christine.
Okay, it's just me. That's weird.
It's you. Is it something to do with your recording?
Okay, everyone can hear except for me. Okay, continue on, Hilary, and I'll get myself sorted over here.
That's okay. That's okay. So I just want to say, you can see behind me in my fabulous office that I've got a lot of bits of paper in it. In life, I'm one of the neatest, tidiest people, but I'm a real scribbler, and I've got lots of paper everywhere. So I really quite prepped this call with Christine this morning because, I've actually heard someone recently saying that customer care isn't one of the high-paying activities. And personally, I knew what they meant. But what I hope by the end of the day you will realise is one of your top high-paying activities because of where it can lead. I just want to ask I also want to say to you, during this chat, I will be supplying in the next few days, I'll be putting some things in files. I'll be talking about different documents that I use. And yes, I am 65. I've done this for 21 years. My retention of customers is pretty fabulous, and I'm not knocking anyone who doesn't want to use the old snail mail, but really, if you send someone an attachment by email, and I do that for my mass emails every couple of months, they can easily flick it, not even open it. So I know if I get something in the mail, which is lovely, it'll actually sit on my ottoman or a kitchen bench or something until I've actually read it. So I will be sharing those, but I'll be holding them up and flapping them around. You won't be able to see them properly. Today, even before notes, I want you to really listen. My advice for you would be to, when you get these documents, to re-listen to the recording and do it. Okay, so just a hands up. Well, I can't see a lot of people, but just interesting. Are there many people on the call who are in their first year of being a Juice Plus partner? One, it's hard to see. Okay, all right. So hand on heart, the ones that I can see, who does customer care? Right. Let's assume those we can't see have all got their hands pressing on their little hearts. But sadly for so many people, you know, they get all excited at start, they rocket up to senior direct, and then they're on the way to sales coordinator, and they start losing a few customers. And their sponsor or whoever their support team is says, well, what customer care have you been doing? And most of them look at us blankly and think, what customer care? So it's something that we need to really put in the early days, obviously not the first week when they're doing their launches, but customer care is so, so huge. So I'm going to share with you first off, if I can read my scribble, what is the best system you can do? Well, I've taken this from Dr. Tamara many years ago when she was saying about exercise. She said, what's the best exercise you can do? And the best exercise you can do is the one you will do, and it's the same with customer care. So here's how I'll say it. If you've got a good customer care procedure and you're doing it and doing it well, that would be lovely. Stick to it. I want you to ask the question though, is it duplicatable? Because for those of you who do want to have a big business, a big community, do you want to be training and coaching all the time when you could be going out sharing this with other people so they can come on board and learn? We must have duplication. So the system I use, the company's got a fabulous system. So basically, they have a system where behind the scenes, without us even knowing mostly, they're sending little emails and tips and things to our customers on our behalf. Then on top of that, they're sending us emails 1 through 6, and they're designated as calls. So calls 1 through 6 come to you. And that's up to about the first 280 days. Now, the thing is, with those calls, it doesn't just tell you to do it, it tells you what to say even. So here, if any of you are getting confused already, here's my first little gift. I'm going to give you what I have devised. It's called my customer care procedure, but it's got some added value so you can build even better relationships with your customers. And it's all above board, it's all compliant. So I will be supplying that afterwards. So just in the meantime, just have a listen. So where are we? Okay, so the system I use with all that added value, I send them old school, but I send them documents, which hopefully they read, and I believe they've got more chance of reading that than if you send it by email or messengers, particularly if it's a long thing that you want them to understand. I send them about every 2 months. I used to do it a lot more often. Every 2 months now I do a bulk email, mass email on my virtual office. And it could be anything that we're chatting, you know, it's been a little bit in the media or something you chatted between yourselves about, something that will be helpful and keep them on their wellness journey. I also really need to share with you why we do customer care, because this is why I was so surprised when I heard someone say it's not a high-paying activity, even though, as I said before, I knew what this lady was coming from. Here's what customer care can bring you. First of all, it can bring you raving fan customers. Raving fan customers get so excited and they come to a few events, and sometimes it's not even raving just about the product. They see our community and they want to join. It's one of the best ways, if you do good, solid customer care and build relationships, that someone will come and join your team as a partner. Okay, referrals. One of the biggest things I find in training is that we not only, we forget about referrals. Who here asks for referrals? I certainly do. And what I want you to take on board is to ask them verbally when you're chatting to them on one of your calls, but also to write it down. So say you were sending them a document about something that you want them to read, go and get a Hilary red or a green pen or something, just not black like the typewritten, and write a personal note. As soon as they see a different colour pen, they might choose to read it. So one of the things, and I'll share this with you, just trying to think where I've actually written it. You get raving fans who will often join your team. You get referrals. It's also our reputation. Just say Christine and myself and 4 others of you do really good customer care, and the rest of us say, just on this call alone, don't do it. And we might be in a little community where it only takes a couple of people to be saying, oh yeah, I ordered that Juice Plus and they kept sending it to me when I didn't want it. You know, we have to look at, it's not just you and you lose that customer. It gives our product a bad name. And I just use that as one example. It gives our company a bad name and our industry. And we're all in this together. So, you know, we deserve to be looked after by our colleagues. The other thing is too, I want you to think back to the last customer you got, how excited you were, how passionate you were. You possibly even vomited on them and told them way too much. But they trusted you guys and they ordered. So do you think they're educated? No. They've received their Juice Plus and they're happy to have it because you're all excited about it, but they might not end up feeling anything. So how often have we heard that? But I'm not feeling anything. And I've got a great bit of training for you to get around that. So our job, along with the company, is to educate them so they know and understand why Juice Plus isn't a feel-good product necessarily. It's a lifetime decision. Does everyone understand that? It really is important. Okay. I also say, until a customer accepts the second box, you actually haven't really got a customer. How bad does that sound? But I tell you what, for those of you who are new, when you've actually got a customer accepting the second box, it's just as exciting as when you get a customer, because that really is getting it. When they've accepted the third box, you're really in business. Okay, let me see where I'm up to. Okay, I think I have done that. Yes, I think we'll have another question, please, Christine.
Awesome, Hilary. Can you share a little bit of the verbiage you use around to get those referrals?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is something, guys, this is something that you not only write, but you actually verbally do it on your calls as well. So my spiel, and I actually have changed it a little bit, but virtually because I've done this for a long time, I can just say it. I write on the top, to keep Juice Plus down at its already wonderfully affordable price, we don't advertise in mainstream media. So we need your help. I would dearly love you to ask me to get obligation-free information to any of your people you care about, so I can get them, again, strictly obligation-free information to them. Now, here's the catch, guys. There's no use saying, I know you're raving about Juice Plus. If you talk to anyone about it, they say, yeah, I've been raving to my mum and my auntie and my cousins and all that. Oh, have you given them my number? Yeah. Guess what? They won't ring me. It's the same as I don't want to stand here and say to you that business cards aren't really worth the paper they're written on. There is a place for them. But if ever, and I always digress when I do these trainings, if ever you're talking to someone and you want to educate them further so they might purchase some Juice Plus, don't ever just hand your business card over. You're trying to listen to their pains and desires so you can say, hey, I'd love to get your email address or your mobile address, mobile number. I really, really need to get some information to you. It's obligation free, but I just feel I want to share this with you. So you come up, that is a real coup, guys, when you really got someone's email address or mobile. It's your number one thing that you need to do. So asking for referrals. So you can also come in and say something like, Sally, I know you're loving your Juice Plus like me, and I'm sure, like me, you can't stop talking about it. If you've talked to lots of people, you know, they'll be really excited and they'll want some information or even want to order, but life gets in the way. Would you be able to get permission from them if I could actually contact them and give them that information? So, guys, that will probably be on some of the documents that I get you. Yeah, so hopefully that helps. But if you don't ask for referrals, you're not going to get one.
I love that, Hilary, and how you just make it seem so simple. I guess a lot of people have fear around doing the dreaded next box call. You know, people get a bit of anxiety about it. They're expecting a cancellation. Can you talk us through what you say when you have to connect and talk to the people whose second box is about to ship?
I certainly can. Okay, rule number one, we never, ever, ever say, it's funny, Christine, because I didn't think we'd get up to this section, but I've done it for 21 years, so I can swing it. Rule number one is never say, hi, Sally, it's Hilary from Juice Plus, just ring to see if you're ready for your next box. Promise me you will never, ever, 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 ever say that. For someone who's teetering on borderline, what will they say? No. The other thing is, please don't do that next box call. I know some of you are really young and that's how you do things. Please don't do it by text. Please don't do it by messenger. Even messenger voice, they can tell a porcupine. I want them to feel your passion. So what you're going to do with that next box, the reason I would almost like to see hands up people who are fearful of doing that next box. The reason we're fearful is that we think they're going to cancel. So that was silly. Go and put that out into the universe and that'll come to you. We don't want that. And let me tell you, if you're all aiming to have 30, 35 customers, you will lose some of that fear of next box calls. And this sounds probably silly, but you can afford to, because it's not going to be life-threatening if you lose a customer. And also, if you've done excellent post-sale customer caring, if someone cancels, and I've got a beauty training on that because you can get them back, if someone cancels, you at least can look in the mirror and know that I've done what I could. I tried to continue their education, I supported them, and that. But, you know, we have to build those relationships with them to find out why. Now, that next box call, you can use verbiage like, hi, Sally. And also, guys, this is brilliant if it goes to message bank. You know, sometimes when I'm having a not so fantastic day, I love it to go to message bank because it's an easy spiel. So, hi, Sally, it's Hilary. I know you like me and you love your Juice Plus and you totally rely on it. You've got a box that's due, probably be with you in a couple of weeks, but I'd hate to think you're going to run out before it arrives. So can you contact me urgently if you need it to ship early? And if you don't, we'll just assume that everything's okay and it will be dispatched. So do you see how that? I actually put the onus on them. I wish when I do my calls it could be covered, although I don't have any trouble. We have put now the onus on them to take responsibility. And if they've only had 1 week out of their 4-month box, which is actually not entirely their fault, it usually means that you haven't done good customer care. The other thing, just while I'm there, and as I say, I digress. When you're fairly new in doing your customer care, be honest with the person and say, look, I don't know as much as I want to know about Juice Plus now, but I just really understand what I hear from other people. And we don't rely on that, but the research tells me such a fantastic story. And I know that myself included, we have to stay on it for 4 to 8 months. It's just food to get some of those brilliant results. So pretty much that's what I do for Next Box. Yeah, what was it?
That's so simple, and hopefully that will reduce a lot of the fear that people have around that. I'm going to circle back now because we've got a lot of compliance things going on at the moment. It's being drilled into us that, you know, we can't say this, we can't say that. So what sort of things do you say to kind of provide to prospective customers to ensure that they understand that we don't make claims and that Juice Plus doesn't mitigate disease and things like that? What do you say to those people in order for them to get them across the line?
Great question. So what I do, I say things, but I also provide document. I'm a real document bird. I really love them. So when I do a launch for, and I can see Kim up there, one of my fairly newbies who I did a launch for, when I do a launch, I make a bit of fun and I say that, we hear some amazing personal stories about Juice Plus and testimonials, but we really don't rely on them. We really rely on our research. And then I make a joke and I say, before we know it, things will get carried away and someone will have their leg amputated and they say they took Juice Plus and it grew back. And you can get a laugh out of it and all that. But really, when you think about it, testimonials do get carried away. So here's what I do. So I've got a standard disclaimer and I really want you to learn it. And I'll supply and it actually is in my welcome letter to a new customer. So I'm just going to read it out to you. It's simple. And if you can learn it, because don't forget, you're very excited and passionate, but you've all got to, like just say one of you had terrible acne. Yes, it is your story, but we can't promise that that will happen to the next person. So here's the standard disclaimer. There are many reported personal benefits with using Juice Plus. We love these testimonials, but we don't claim to cure or mitigate disease. Juice Plus is simply the inclusion of healthful, plant-based nutrition that helps us support our immune system. And that's highlighted in my welcome letter. And the other little thing I was thinking, because I love training, does anyone actually know what mitigate means? We say we don't claim to cure or mitigate. Well, it's talking about a bad situation, and mitigate is saying that we don't claim that it makes something worse or serious or less painful, basically. So we just can't do that at all. But the other thing is a brilliant document that I actually think Celine has put that either on the virtual office or somewhere. I know it's somewhere available. It's called The Real Benefits of Juice Plus. So if I've got time, I really would like to read that out to you because you'll be getting it. But I want you guys to listen and think that you are your customer and you're reading this. You've already been excited and all that, and they've trusted you, and you're only just starting your journey of educating them. And now you're going to post this to them. So it says, the real benefits of Juice Plus. It's always so delightful when we have customers rave about Juice Plus or simply mention how many improvements they are feeling since starting to use our products. We are not surprised, but knowing the science and research supporting it drives us to explain what the real benefits of Juice Plus are. And then I have got here, make sure you check out juiceplusfacts.com to learn more about the research. When customers express that they are sleeping better, their skin is better, their energy is increased, their bowels are more regular, and all the numerous other things reported, we are not surprised. However, all those great things are bonuses, underlined, that come with a healthier body. We are thrilled for you and thrilled time after time again to hear it. Many of us feel that way too, but the real benefits of Juice Plus can't actually directly be felt. The real benefit of Juice Plus is what is happening deep down at the cellular level. So enjoy your journey with Juice Plus. We hope you will ask for information on our other products if you haven't used them. We just want to point out that Juice Plus isn't necessarily a feel-good product, but if that's your experience, it's a bonus that many of us share. For the few who don't seem to notice any changes, please rest assured it is working in your body. No empty promises, just great independent research showing the cellular whole body benefits carried out at prestigious universities and colleges, and the fabulous results published in prestigious medical journals. You can't pay for that space. Warmest, your Juice Plus Wellness cheerleader. So again, that's another one that I actually send that out. So in the customer care procedure, which Christine, I think it would be a good idea on one of the other calls we do, I'll supply the procedure. We'll go right through it, calls 1 through 6, and we'll use some verbiage as well. But we've got to be right on the 8 ball. So when they first order, I send them the welcome letter. I send them the real benefits of Juice Plus, which I've hinted on as well verbally. I send them how to take Juice Plus and a thing about drinking plenty of water and something on detoxification entitled Wind, Fluff and Gas by Dr. Mitra Ray. I think that's all I send. But yeah, that's pretty much how I explain to people that, you know, we don't claim anything.
Oh, Hilary, I love that. And is that kind of how you use the results of the study to encourage them to stay on Juice Plus? So if you've got people that, you know, are saying, I'm not really feeling anything, what's your verbiage around the results, I guess, or the studies to try and encourage them to stay on the product?
Fabulous. This is what I really want to get you guys to really, really understand here. Let's think about call 2, the email alert that the company sends you at day 60. Now, the CTR is the nickname. It's the current therapeutic research study. It shows that after 28 days on Juice Plus, just fruit and veg, the antioxidants go way up and the free radicals, the baddies, go way down. Now, that might sound fantastic. So remember, at day 60, these people have already been on for 28 days. So you can say, for 30 odd days now, this is what's happening in your body. What we do need to say, though, is how often do we all bandy around the words antioxidants and free radicals? We do, but not many people can do a really, really good description of what they are. So you won't see this, but you'll be getting it. I love colouring in and having colours and playing and having fun. So I'll put this as close as I can, and then I'm going to explain what I've actually done. So you can see circles, and you can see it's all in different colours. So up the top, I've got down, remember the referral thingy that we were talking about, the verbiage? Up top it says, to keep Juice Plus down at its already wonderfully affordable price, we never ever advertise. So please, I need your help. Ask me to contact any loved ones to offer them strictly obligation-free information. Now, this next bit, I'm going to check with Celine to see if it's okay with compliance, but I've written, so the top was in green, this is in yellow type, valued customer, because I've sent it to them at day 60, but I've talked to them on the phone as well. This is what's happening in your blood right now. No wonder many health professionals who study Juice Plus get themselves on their family and their families on it straight away. So the rest of it, CTR report is a very intricate study that none of us really need to understand. But we've got a table here, and it's just talking about antioxidants, beta-carotene, alpha-carotene, and alpha-tocopherol. Don't worry too much about any of those. You don't need to know. But it's got what we all would understand a before and after, and then the desirable levels. This is a massive thing. This is one of our easiest studies. With this document and your playing and drawing, you can understand and make them realize you might not feel it, but this is proven to be happening in your body. So around the next, it says the dramatic changes after only 28 days on Juice Plus as reported in the June 1996 Therapeutic Research, a peer-reviewed medical journal. So I've circled the 28 days, I've circled antioxidant, put a line to it, and I've explained to my customer they're goodies. That's all they need to know. And then I've gone down here where it says, in the same 28 days, the study showed that lipid peroxides, a common free radical, dropped 4-fold. Sometimes it's really hard to feel prevention coming on. So then I've circled free radical and I've put baddies. So they can see that I've already alerted them that it's coming. Okay, it's up to 28 days. Gosh, I've been on 60. Look what's happening. My goodies are up, my baddies are down. And I've put lots of exclamation marks on because that's how I talk anyway. That, my friends, is so powerful. And that is really good if when you ring at that 90 days and telling them about their next box, oh, you're not feeling anything. Remember the couple of things I posted you? There was the fabulous one about the real benefits of Juice Plus can't be felt. And if anyone does feel anything, it's bonuses. And I'll often bring in there, and it has to be personal. I'll say, look, a lot of people, I felt nothing. I've been on it 21 years. I didn't have any ill health. I didn't have any problems. I still don't. And I'm hoping that it either happened that way or Juice Plus kept it that way. But I would take this. I don't have to feel a thing. I take it to reduce my risk of nasty things. That's what a lot of the research shows me. So you can talk about this. And remember at the last call, Sally, I showed you what was happening with your goodies and your baddies after 28 days. That's your immune system. So even if you do get a cough or a cold or whatever, hopefully you won't get it as long. We don't make claims, but you won't get it as long or as severe. I'm on Juice Plus for a lifetime. For me, it just reduces my risk. So I love, love, love that CTR. It looks like a terrible, very busy study, but that one document is fabulous.
Hilary, oh my goodness, you have supplied so much gold today. Thank you so much. I do have one last question before we jump off, which you are not aware of, but we often hear a lot of good feel customer stories, but we don't often hear the bad ones. They're like, we all have a bad experience or something that we got wrong with the customer or something like that. Can you just give us one experience of where something's just gone wrong in either the customer care or with the customer, just to give everyone a, so it's not just me, like it happens to other people. Have you got something at the top of your mind, like something that's happened before?
Yes, definitely. Okay. I want to put this in. I think the next call we'll do cancellations. Get excited about cancellations as an opportunity, guys. But one of the worst things that happens is that I get an email alert from the office and it said that someone's cancelled. And I just instinctively know that unless something's happened in the last week or two, that person would never, ever cancel. So I'm actually going to turn it around. When I ring person, she said, no, I just need it delayed. But you see, sometimes you get such a good relationship with people, they're embarrassed to ring you to ask you to delay it because you've been a naughty girl or a naughty boy and you haven't taken it every single day. So they ring the office. Sometimes the office, the brilliant home office, have got so much on their plate, the orders are going crackers, they actually cancel it instead of delaying it. So then you can fix that up. Now, that's something we'll go into next time. I don't think that's exactly what you asked me, Christine, but I'm just trying to think of a time when it was like an aha moment and I thought, no, I need to pull my socks up. And I can't think, do you know what? I'm just so blooming perfect at customer care. No, I'm not. But I can definitely think of something for next time. You really, give me a few ideas, anyone.
Well, I mean, I've had people receive orders that I totally forgot to move back when they've asked me to move them back. Like they've said, Christine, can you delay my next order? And I've totally forgotten to delay it. And then it's gone out. And then I've had to do the whole, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, and the big apology and everything like that. So I've had quite a few, things or where they've changed orders and I've forgotten to change it, where they've gone, they didn't want the free chews anymore. They wanted the free capsules instead. And I've totally forgotten to change it. But what I do, especially if they're in my town, is I'll go and rock up at their door and I'll personally change it over for them, or I'll send them a gift to say, I'm so sorry, an apology gift. I've also had people that it looks like they've cancelled, but actually they got a new credit card, and it's just that their credit card hasn't, we weren't alerted that their credit card, and I'm sitting there thinking, oh my goodness, like that person's been with me for 2 years and now all of a sudden they've cancelled behind my back, what? And then it's just a phone call and they're like, no, I just got a new credit card and I totally forgot to give you the new one. So I'm just trying to help people understand that sometimes we do get it wrong. We're not all perfect with customer care. And if you have a simple system to follow, it makes your job so much easier. But even if you do the bare minimum of following what the head office give us through the emails and saying, hey, it's call number 1, it's call number 2, even if you just follow that, that is a great system, and then anything extra that you add on top of that is just a bonus. But for me, I like to go above and beyond. I love to deliver the unexpected for my customers. I love to send like a cookbook, just unexpected for their 12-month anniversary, or something economical like a bamboo toothbrush or a reusable straw, something that's in alignment with our values, just to celebrate their year on Juice Plus. But that's a whole nother call. But Hilary, I just want to say thank you so much for jumping on today. Is there anything else you want to add before we close off?
Yeah, I'm itching to tell you something. Thank you. And I love what you just said then too, Christine. When you guys get my customer procedure, you will be encouraged. I'll just try and get one out of the file. I keep 2 different good old-fashioned lever arch files, one for my husband's customers and one for mine. And I do everything on paper. I do not trust the computer. Everything's all right. So just for example, I've got a customer here. I won't show you the name or anything. I have a customer profile sheet. One of the first things I do, on top, it tells me it's an installment. I don't have their credit card number, but I have their expiry date. So I have taught myself, if it's time to do call 3 or next box or whatever it is, I actually go to here because I write everything down. So this one says blah, 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 blah. Everything I do, I put a date. And this one says, all good for next box. Spoke to Bob. She's had surgery on the neck and it's really helped her pain. It says really helping, blah, blah, blah. But up the top there, if I was going to do a next box call, her expiry date is actually 10/21. But if I noticed that that was, 8 or 9, 19, I'm ringing to see if, they're ready for the next box. They don't need it push forwards in case they run out. So I can see that. It's up the top there. It tells me. So to me, organisation is just the key. And if some of you young guys think, oh, I don't want to do that, imagine if your computer died or you lost it all. I've got all this. Short of a fire, I've got all this. But it's really good because when I go back to say not this one, I can say to someone, oh, how did little Johnny go after his fall? Did everything fix up? Was he able to go to school the next day? No one gives a stuff these days in society. So we can be, that's why I call it customer caring. And I can hand on my heart say, I've made some of my customers, I've had some customers for 20 years. In fact, sometimes their daughters have become business partners with us and they've stolen their mum as my customer. But, the more we can do for them, the better. But be organised, guys. So I will supply a lot of things, and I hope that the next time Christine and I are on with me on, I'll share my procedure, and you can re-listen to this call and go through it and see what you have to do. But basically, for my system, which is really the company system, and with a bit of added value, but also making sure that it's duplicatable. Everything I do here is duplicatable. Can't tell you how many times I've tried to reinvent the wheel. Doesn't work. So I want everyone to be able to do this. Get yourself a lever arch file for your customers. Get yourself some plastic sleeves. I'll supply customer profile thing. It could be somewhere else anyway. And then the procedure, and then you're done. And it'd be interesting to see if any of you young ones, we're going to go and find out how to buy stamps and send things. It's not as though anyone's got hundreds and hundreds of customers. It's not going to cost you a lot. So I'm looking forward to going through my full procedure and showing what I do and some of the verbiage. So I think at the moment, to answer that question, so you don't make boo-boos, and I'm sure I have made boo-boos, all the information is there. Little Johnny's birthday, whether he had measles, and you just have a quick glance at it before you make the call and make a fool of yourself.
Hilary, that's amazing. If you've got value out of this call today, I want you to drop a 1 in the chat so we can light up that chat. Drop a 1 in there so Hilary can see that you've got value from this call today. Hilary, that was fantastic. A lot of the resources you can find on the virtual office, like I know the gas one and I think the water one's on there as well, but they're definitely floating around, guys. And I'm the same, Hilary. I use a lever archer file as well. Don't use plastic sleeves though. I do use a hole punch just to save on plastic. So you can go that far if you want. But thank you so much, honey. I love your huge heart, your servant's heart, and I love how you call it customer caring. And I cannot wait to share with people your procedure, so it just gives them an idea of what to follow the system. But in the meantime, guys, just keep it super simple. Find what works for you. I know I've tweaked mine over the 7 years I've been doing this, but just keep adding value and taking notes on your customers every time you speak to them, you know, and the modern version of that, if you are online, Teamsy is great for holding your notes as well. So that's it from us. Thank you so much for your time today. Thank you for tuning in. Next month, we will be back on the 3rd Tuesday of the month with Bronwyn Hunter. She'll be our next guest speaker. So feel free to tune in then, and I'll get the recording up as soon as I can so you guys can listen back to this one. Thanks, Hilary. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Christine. Thanks, everyone. Hope you got something.